Hello, my name's Roger Watson and welcome to the Jan podcast. These occasional podcasts will be a miscellany of my reflections on working as an editor-in-chief, some hot topics in academic publishing, and occasional contributions from guest editors. This is the Jan podcast of 13th of July 2018. This is Roger Watson, the editor-in-chief of the Journal of Advanced Nursing. And this is my entry to Nurse, Author and Editor in 2014, Volume 24, Issue 2, and it's number 3 in that issue. The world seems to be divided into two groups of people, those who get Twitter and those who don't. I say this because whenever the use of Twitter comes up in a conversation, those who shout loudest are the ones who say, "I don't get Twitter." This group often contains those who have a Twitter account but have found it difficult, and not tried it further than setting it up and leaving it at that. I'm not sure what they expected to happen. Maintaining a Twitter account is not without effort. However, the effort is worthwhile, and it doesn't have to become a major investment in time, and it need not become an obsession. Using my experience running the Journal of Advanced Nursing Twitter site, which I set up in December 2011, I hope to illustrate this. Here are some questions to ask yourself if you're considering setting up a Twitter account. First, why do you want to set up a Twitter account? The worst answer here is because everyone else seems to be doing it. On the other hand, there is no best answer and no correct answer. Clearly, if you're considering using Twitter, then you probably have some idea of what Twitter is about. You can't have failed to notice the widespread use of Twitter by individuals, companies and journals. The Twitter logo is now common and usually offers a hyperlink to the Twitter site that you're being invited to follow. One of the best ways to find out what Twitter is all about is to click on some of these links, see what a Twitter account looks like, and read what people say in their Twitter feeds. Try to find some Twitter feeds that are close to your interests. If you're an academic, then look at the Twitter feeds of other academics. If you're an editor, then look at the Twitter feeds of journals and other editors. Essentially, you should want to set up a Twitter account because you've got something to say, and in seeing what others with similar interests to you say, then you will begin to get some idea. Next question, what do people say on Twitter? Frankly, some people share a remarkable amount of trivia on Twitter, and this is what gives Twitter a bad name. However, it's usually individuals who do this, and if you want to read trivia and share yours with others, then set up your own account and tell people what you're doing right now. The best Twitter sites are informative. They share useful information about the product or organisation they're linked to. They keep you up to date on developments and, given the limited number of characters you're permitted to use, 280 characters, they also provide web links where further information can be obtained. For example, on the Jan Twitter site, we mainly provide links to our early view articles before they appear in volumes of Jan. In addition, we provide links to the current issue of Jan as it appears online. We also provide links to abstracts of a wide selection of our articles. For example, we always tweet about our editorials, systematic reviews, open access papers, and a selection of the remaining papers. Other Twitter content related to the journal includes links to updated author guidelines, our LinkedIn page, and the Jan blog. We appear to be doing something right because within 2 years we'd accumulated nearly 5,000 followers, and at the time of doing this podcast we have over 20,000 followers. Next question, what is good practice on Twitter? Some people worry about using Twitter because they think they've nothing to say. This cannot be true of any academic or journal editor. Some people worry that what they say on Twitter will get them into trouble, and it will if you're careless. If you've got a tendency to make indiscreet remarks, then avoid tweeting when you're angry, tired, or under the influence of alcohol. If you're running a Twitter account for an organisation or journal, make sure that you do not also use this as a personal account. There is no harm in having more than one Twitter account. If you are concerned about Twitter etiquette and how to use an account, some excellent guidance is available online. At Jan, we found it useful, in addition to material about the journal, to retweet material related to the journal, such as links to good practice guidelines from organisations such as COPE, the Committee on Publication Ethics, Consort, Consolidated Standards of Reporting Trials, and PRISMA, the preferred reporting items for systematic reviews and meta-analysis. Whenever we do this, we try to include the Twitter handle of the relevant organisations in the form, for example, of @Cope and @Prisma. In this way, these organisations will note that we've tweeted about their work, and with any luck, they will retweet our tweet. Jan will get a mention, and others may decide to follow us. Twitter is not the only form of social networking media we use at Jan to reach out beyond our usual readership and authorship, but it is the most effective. I'm a great enthusiast, and if you've never tried it, I strongly encourage you to set up a Twitter account, follow a few interesting people and journals, and without pressure, just take it from there.
This podcast was produced in association with youpublicationslimited.com. do